What's up, guys? It's Saturday, August 5th, and today we're gonna put a gate up. You can see right here behind me. We're gonna get another gate put in for our future pasture, and let's have at it. So here's our opening. We're gonna pull our gate from the old buffalo pen across the farm, and we're gonna bring that back in. We're gonna hook it up here, and it's gonna be an old rusty thing. We're gonna paint it up just like we did the other one. This is going to be the bottom. It's right next to our house. It's going to be the bottom of our future sheep pasture, our winter pasture. The fence has been in now for several weeks, and the weeds are overtaking it already because we don't have it hooked up. So unfortunately, we're going to have to go through it and do a lot of work before we move these animals in here. So if you're wondering why we had buffalo, it's actually my family's farm over on the other side. We are connected. And it was something that they experimented with years ago. At one point had up to, I believe it was 13. But noticing on some of my videos that the quality just, it's all over the place, especially in the evenings. So guys, I just ordered a new camera. Hopefully we're gonna be coming to you in 4K here very soon. Should be as early as tomorrow, the wonders of Amazon. So I'm gonna be messing around with a new camera. So if you see my feet or, half my head, I apologize in advance. Change of plans. Truck wouldn't start. Dead battery. Not gonna fiddle with it today. So we're actually gonna move our electric netting, expand this pasture over a little bit. There's plenty of growth here. And then that's gonna allow us to come in here in a couple weeks. This is gonna buy us a few more weeks, by the way. I know I've been talking about getting them into the new side of the pasture. This whole side's gonna buy us a few weeks. We're gonna move the net over against those trees over there, and the sheep are gonna have this to graze as well. Then we're gonna kind of come in behind it. We're gonna mow to kind of clean up some of this weedy stuff, some of the stuff that they wouldn't eat. And hopefully that's going to develop our pasture a little better for us. Mowing is going to promote new growth before the winter, so you get that fall growth. The grass should come back. And as my dad just reminded me, we do get snow here in Pennsylvania. So the plan is obviously winter pasture. We get snow, obviously that changes things. And again, that's why we have hay, and we will supplement with hay. But if it's anything like last winter, we barely got anything. I have my doubts. I have a feeling we're going to get hammered pretty hard with snow this year, but only time will tell. Can't control the weather. Now the fun's going to be, how do we get these couple sheep locked up while I move this netting? Because last thing I need is sheep running across the country here. We've had that a couple times, and it's not always the easiest to get them back. There's sheep. There will be a few occasions where you have to get in and move them yourself. I don't always like to push them because they do tend to be skittish then, but in this instance we got to get this done. So we'll just kind of walk in behind them and they'll go. Try not to put too much stress on them. Whoa. All right, sheep are locked down. Let's do it. Shut off our energizer. And unclip it. So there's a few ways we could do this. We could pull all the stakes, we could roll it up, carry it over, put it back up the hill. Or I think what I'm going to do to try to save some time here is just pull all the stakes and kind of inch it over across the field here. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we don't end up with a tangled mess. We got most of it down. It's laying kind of on top of this high grass here. I didn't have to mess with the corner down on this side. I mean, it just kind of ties in here right to our gate. So now I'm going to start running it. I'm basically going to go right against these trees and go straight up the hill. We actually, it's a little more of a direct route, so we might have a little leftover netting. We'll see what happens at the top. Pick the hottest time of the day, go figure. But we got the fence pulled all the way across. Now we're gonna go up the hill, we're gonna stake it in. The ground is extremely hard, so I don't have a hammer on me. Don't feel like going back over and get one. We'll push it through, we'll make it work. All right, we got it done. All the way down the hill we go. We got fresh pasture. Last thing I have to do is take the Energizer up to the top where it's gonna get plenty of sun. We're gonna hook it up, make sure everything's charged, and we're gonna let the sheep out. All right, guys, we got the netting hooked up, we got it charged, everything's good to go. We're gonna get the sheep out. Beautiful, fresh pasture. Gonna be perfect. So this essentially is going to double the current pasture we have, just like that, by moving your netting over. We're gonna let them graze this down, like I said before. Then we're gonna come in here and mow behind it. Hopefully promote that new growth like we talked about, and then get them out of this pasture into the new pasture down in the hollow. I know there's other ways to do this for sure. You could put a back fence in so they don't go to the part that was already grazed to prevent overgrazing. This is what's working for us. I can share what's working for us. Obviously everybody has their own opinions, and there are best practices for sure. But right now this is working for us. No concerns whatsoever. So we're gonna let them graze away. Gates open, and they're probably gonna stay down in the shade anyway. So we'll check them out later. It is hot. Time to go get a drink of water. We'll be back out later on tonight.